What's up, guys? Here's a video I wanted to take of my brand new 2018 IC bus. I just picked it up a few months ago. It's a little dirty now. We have quite a few dirt roads around here, but wanted to do a tour of the bus and just sort of go over some of the differences and things that they've changed on them from the previous year. So, one of the first things, this is our bus here in the Niagara area in Ontario, Canada, and last buses that we had, the newest buses, were 2012s, and they've changed a few things since then. One of the major things is under the hood we now have a Cummins diesel engine, and it's much less powerful than the previous engine that was in the older IC buses. Kick was way stronger. Just a few little things. These ones here, they have power mirrors on the outside. We have a different crossing gate here. Doesn't have the pull that it used to. On the other one, you used to be able to pull it back in and out and it would bounce back in again. This one doesn't like to do that. The stop sign is the same way. It's pretty secure where it is. It doesn't like to be moved during the circle check. We've also got tinted windows on this bus, which is another one of the nice improvements, I would say, that we've gotten to them. The other thing is we have a lot of the new buses now, they have the LED pack on the back, so your brake lights, turn signals, and everything's all LED. We don't have this package on our buses. Sharp tends to be a pretty cheap company, and I think that they just may have been an upgrade option, and we chose not to get that option. So we've got our diesel fuels now in the back of the bus with a much larger tank, and our DEF fluid is now up here at the front where the old gas tank used to be, and we have to top that up about every couple of weeks or so at the mechanic shop. So going on to the inside, not too much has changed in here in terms of the entryway. The engine now has this little box that pops into the center that used to just be vacant space before. And now over to our lovely new and upgraded interior, which is awfully the same as it used to be with just a few changes. First one being the seat. As you can see here, they've gone back to the seat that was in the old 2007, 2008 years of this bus. The only difference is that they've included a height range on it now. The other ones, it was really hard, next to impossible, to adjust them. And these ones now you can adjust. And you have your lumbar, which is just tucked in under the armrest. Standard set of controls here, really nothing new for us other than the power mirrors, which is a nice little bonus right there. And we've got our classic gauge cluster there. The only thing again that's new is the DEF fluid. We didn't have that in our older buses. And you'll notice that the little yellow tab is gone for the emergency brake. We now have a manual emergency brake instead of the electronic version. We're not too sure why they got rid of it, but they did. And of course we have a AM/FM radio in this bus, which is a nice new bonus. Moving into the back, as you can see here, this is pretty standard. Again, they've changed the handle on the emergency exit, which seems to be every time they put out a new bus, they've come up with a different way to change this handle, but it just swings out and then like that, and then the door just opens sideways. They've had it all kinds of ways. They've had it flip up, flip down, all over the place. Emergency exit, pretty much the same. The triangles for the back of the bus are now tucked in a little bin down here at the bottom, and mine keep coming loose because the strap is broken. And then of course we have our child check button here at the back. They've cut back on a few things. There's not as many lights as there were. The dome lights, the speakers, they've also cut back on, so there's not as many of those as there was in the previous year. In terms of up here at the front, I would say pretty much everything is the same. The seat belt here, it used to be it would stick where it was and it would hold there, and then you could adjust it by pulling on the belt itself. But now this one has a little button right down there that you can see that stops the seatbelt from going all the way to the floor, but it's so close to the floor that it drops down in between the seat there, and it's a pain to get it out. So I've just put a little clip on it there to hold it in its place. Comes with a garbage can, which is a nice little extra, and that's pretty much it. It's pretty basic in terms of things that they've changed and upgraded. It's all pretty much the same. I also have these new grips for the windows to put the windows up and down. They're much easier to move around now than they used to be. And just to compare a few other things, the steps are also, the front step is not as low as it was before, and that sort of has become an issue for some of the younger kids trying to get on the bus. The other thing here, we've got our LED light, the student entryway light there. Just a minor thing, they tend to come loose quite a bit, and when the light falls down, it gets in the way of the door, and the door won't close properly. Another issue we're having, my steering wheel's upside down, but the little modules here for the door and your flashers, they keep popping out of their slots, and that's also something that has recently become a problem with these new buses. In terms of anything else, it's really just, I don't know. I would say that all in all, it's pretty much the same. They're definitely a good bus. Certainly better than the Thomas buses that we have a few of those, and they're just absolute garbage. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the 2018 IC bus.